We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show, the show where we talk about all things that are important in the world of barbecue. From big-name interviews with competitors on the barbecue circuit, grill manufacturers and pit makers, to advice on cooking brisket and ribs. You'll find it all right here on the Barbecue Central Show. Your host, Greg Rempe, is a backyard barbecue and grilling fanatic and loves to talk about his passion, which many of us share together. You can learn more about barbecue and grilling by visiting the website, thebbqcentral.com. Now, let's get in the smoke. Here's your program host, Greg Rempe.
Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show. This is the show that talks about all things important to the world of barbecue and grilling. We originate from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city of Cleveland, Ohio. It is the barbecue capital of the North Coast, and I am your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here on this Tuesday evening. We are right here on the Barbecue Central Radio Networks, and that website is the bbqcentralshow.com. Again, I am your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard. Let me give you some contact information in case you want to jump in on the show tonight. You're more than welcome to do so by calling toll-free 877-448-0433. You can also email the show if you want to. bbqcentralradio@gmail.com is the email address if you want to jump in that way. 877-448-0433, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. Here's what's happening on the show tonight. 14 past the hour, or thereabouts, Darian Khosravi. He's the owner-creator of Kosmo's Q Injection. We're going to be talking to him about his particular products and what injection's all about. We have Dave Bosk on about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, talking about his products, Butcher Barbecue. So why not have another stiff competitor out there in what is a not heavily populated injection market, but Kosmo's Q is an up-and-comer. He's also proud sponsor of the Barbecue Central Show. So Darian Khosravi, 14 past the hour. Coming up after that, 34 past, Kelleigh Strobel. She's the Director of Program Services for Christie's Foundation. If you're a listener to the show, right about this time last year, we had an interview about Christie's Foundation. That can be found at christies.org. And we'll learn a little bit more about the foundation. But in essence, why I wanted to do this is because, you always hear about how barbecue and the competition side or people putting together big barbecue events to benefit some type of charity. And this is a perfect example of that, a great program to get behind if you're somebody that has income that you like to donate to certain aspects of charity. Then this is one you certainly want to give consideration to, especially if it's something you like to do during the course of the year. So Kelleigh Strobel coming up 34 past. And then, of course, 4-segment free-for-all for your chance to win some great giveaways, to include a frog mat, wood smoke products from Greenleaf Barbecue and Kosmo's Q Injection Pack, and a T-shirt from Whiskey Bent Barbecue, or from donated from Do-Rag Barbecue, the Early Times Kentucky Whiskey T-shirt. So, host of products there for your giveaway pleasure, hosted by Harry Carey, and that's what is happening here on the show. In regards to that segment, 4-segment free-for-all, some of you are under the impression that I'm doing an imitation.
Get that big stuff out of here.
Look, as much as it pains me to say, it's not me. I leave the studio and somebody else named Harry Carey does it. It's not me. So all the heat I've been taking on various forums saying that I should be working on my Harry Carey impersonation. Look, I hate to break the news to you folks. It's not my impression. Sure, perhaps in some aspects it might sound like me a little bit, but it's really not. It's really not. So look for Harry Carey. The way the game show works, and I want to get this out first because I don't know if Harry does a good job of explaining it prior to getting you guys on the air and giving you a chance to win, is you get a chance to answer 3 questions when you call in if you're picked up. 2 are fairly easy questions. They're either barbecue related or non-barbecue related, and you get to pick whether you want the barbecue or non-barbecue. 2 fairly easy questions, and then the third one is kind of a medium to average difficulty question. Not looking to embarrass anybody, not looking to not let anybody win the great prizes that are available here on the show, but some knowledge is required. It makes it fun. You don't win. Evidently, he hangs up on you and likes to make fun of you behind your back. It's great stuff. So why wouldn't you want to call in? It's great fun. It's the fourth segment, free for all. So again, it's two fairly easy questions. One kind of not so difficult, but medium hardness. Barbecue or non-barbecue related at your discretion. It's great fun, and we thank all the sponsors that give away stuff. Wanted to give a special mention to Alan Hedrick of Team Holland Swallow. I am wearing his T-shirt tonight. Last week, we had on the Whiskey Bent Barbecue T-shirt. We've also had on the Do-Rag T-shirt as well. And again, if you want to have your T-shirt on my person while I am broadcasting live from the Barbecue Central Radio Network studios, all you have to do is drop me an email. bbqcentralradio@gmail.com works. If you want to hit me up on the website forum, the BBQ Central, not Central Show, the bbqcentral.com. You can Facebook me if you want. So thanks to Alan Hedrick for the shirt, Team Holland Swallow. A great blazing orange shirt. Love it. Reminds me of my Tennessee roots. I don't really have Tennessee roots. Also, in keeping with the T-shirt option, new Barbecue Central radio show gear is available at the Cafe Press store. So what you want to do if you're interested in representing the radio show, all you have to do is go ahead over to Cafe Press, that's C-A-F-E, cafepress.com/BBQ Central. And you can see some of the handiwork that Mr. Brian Knox did of Knox Spice Company in making a very respectable, very plain, not overly obtrusive logo for the show. And now you can wear it. There's sleeveless shirts for you guys to get big muscles. I don't. There's three-quarter shirts, regular T-shirts, aprons, mugs, all that great stuff with Barbecue Central radio show on it. So if you're interested in putting some gear on and showing your support for the show, cafepress.com/BBQ Central to hook up with your gear. Stand by for this. Very cool contest going over on the Facebook page right now. The link is very extraneous. It's not just Facebook/Greg Rempe or BBQ Central Radio Show, unfortunately. So I will have the link to the contest in the post-show notes for download. But if you go to my Facebook page, and if you just search me, I'm sure I'll come up pretty easily. You'll see the Barbecue Central Radio Show logo. There is an opportunity to win a free grill plate. Free grill plate. This is offered by Grill Innovations. Innovations is spelled INNOVATIONS. Grill Innovations. And it's basically turning your gas grill into a convection oven outside. So whatever you can do on the inside oven, you can now take out to the grill. And the way it works is you can have an opportunity to win a free grill plate if you submit whatever recipe you think works great in a regular oven that you would like to see done out on a grill. It doesn't have to be exotic or just something. And the owner himself, Ed Hamlin, will not only document him through the cooking process, he will also send you a free grill plate, which is like a $70 value, absolutely free. So look for that. That'll be running for the next week or so. And again, you want to post that on the Facebook page. You can either do it on the Facebook fan page of the show or my particular Facebook page, which is a little bit more active. And again, I will have the link to the Facebook page in the post-show notes. Grill Innovations is the website if you want to check out that grill plate to see if you want to enter. But man, it's free, right? Doesn't get any better than free, baby. As far as competition standings are concerned, not too much changing there in the world of competition barbecue over the past week. So let me take this time to tell you about the Ribolator and the fact that you can hook up with a complete system. If you just have a gas grill and you want to hook up with a Ribolator, you can get the spit rod, the motor, the Ribolator unit itself, which is a 4-tray Ferris wheel fashion cooker. And you can get a stainless steel extender ring that goes on the Weber Smoky Mountain 22.5-inch, the Weber One Touch and silvers and golds, kettle-style grills, also the Ugly Drum smokers as well. It's a full outfit, $150, get you everything that you need to go on those 22.5-inch cookers. And it is a rock and roll, veritable cornucopia of rotisserie gold. Ribolator.com, R-I-B-O-L-A-T-O-R, Ribolator.com, or info@ribolator.com to hook up with Bob and ask about that $150 deal. We'll come back with Kosmo's Q's. Stand by. I'll be right back.
Barbecue fans travel from all over the country and the world to learn the secrets of real pit barbecue from Grand Champion Pitmaster Conrad Haskins. Now take your skills to the next level with a Barbecue Institute Pitmaster class. You'll learn how to make sauces, rubs, and smoke mouth-watering barbecue every time you cook. Your new skills will impress friends and family. Internet forums, blogs, and Facebook are full of success stories from our graduates. Upcoming classes locations include Rock City Rib Fest, Rochester, New York, Lexington, Massachusetts, Lang Factory Test Kitchen in Georgia, Fort Worth, Texas, Fredericksburg, Texas, Houston, Texas, Monroe, Washington, and Kennewick, Washington. For more information, class dates, and contests we'll be competing in, visit www.bbqclass.com. That's bbqclass.com.
Central Lights. You having marriage troubles? Your kid's unruly and don't listen? Then you need the Ribolator, because great barbecue will always bring the family together. And the Ribolator always cooks great award-winning barbecue. You can try it free for 30 days, and if your family life doesn't improve, just send it back. Ribolator even pays return shipping. But you need to take that first step. Visit Ribolator.com to get started or call 206-999-0962. Don't you deserve a happy barbecue family?
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
Hey, gang. Want to talk to you real quick about something that's very important when you're buying stuff online. You need to deal with a company that is reputable and knows what they're doing, and that's why I always recommend Fred Bernardo of Fred's Music and BBQ.com. We all know that Fred's Music is the barbecue and grilling superstore, from any kind of cooker you want to gas and charcoal grills and all the accoutrements in between to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. But more important than all of that, Fred has been there and Fred will be there in the future. How many times have you heard the story about the guy that found that great cooker for a ridiculously low price, except it was back ordered for 10 months, or worse yet, he paid up front and never got the product? That's because some of these online retailers are here one day and gone the next. Fred has the inventory to meet your needs. It's competitively priced and shipped promptly. Shop where I shop. Fred's Music and BBQ.com. Headache-free guaranteed. Fred's Music and BBQ.com. Or, if you're in Shillington, Pennsylvania, stop by and see the smoking guitar player himself.
Introducing Kosmos Q. Kosmos injections and marinades use only the finest ingredients, and they mix easily, never clotting or caking. From our beef injection to our pork injection, you're guaranteed to wow your friends, family, and judges. And don't forget to check out our newest marinade, Kosmos Chicken Soak, for that moist and tender chicken you're gonna love. You can find all of Kosmos award-winning products at CosmosQ.com. Kosmos Q, the new generation. Taste the difference.
Broadcasting live from the Barbecue Central Radio Network studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Radio Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
Welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by D-Dog's Barbecue Rubs and Sauces. You know you love D-Dog's Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, but would you like to buy them locally? Well, of course you would. You need to do Darren a favor, okay? You need to send him the name, address, and phone number of your local barbecue store, farmer's market, or grocery store, and Darren will take care of the rest. Just email that info to Darren, D-A-R-I-N, Darren at DDogsBBQ.com. Not afraid of shipping charges. Visit his website, for crying out loud, DDogsBBQ.com. And as we all know, D-Dog's Barbecue Rub is better than ketchup. All right, let's go ahead and race over to the hotline. Joining me now to talk a little bit of injection talk is none other than Darian Khosravi, the owner, creator of Kosmo's Q's Injections and Marinades. Darian, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, buddy?
I certainly can't complain, and I am heartily satisfied and honored that you would take the time to come out here on this measly little internet radio show, Darian, and talk about some injection stuff. So before we get into the particulars of all the products and whatnot, how about a little background about yourself and how you got in the world of barbecue?
Well, a little background on me. I work for an environmental company here in Oklahoma City. I got into barbecue from a friend. Started competing back in, I think it was 2006, and kind of just been hooked ever since. That's really about it, Greg.
All right. So, I mean, there's certainly, when we're talking about injections, and to me, it's like you can never talk about injecting enough because there's certainly a mystique to it. And there's some pretty successful injection products that are out there already, and granted, it's not necessarily flooded with injection manufacturers right now, but barbecue circle is very tight, as you know. Brand loyalty is one of those things that barbecuers are especially known for, especially if the product works. So when did you decide to jump into this portion of the industry, and how is the product being accepted, as you can tell?
Well, I tell you, I got into it. It's probably been, 9, 10, 11 months ago, something like that. I will tell you, when I first came out, it was, I was shunned by, a lot of the industry because, this is just something that, barbecuers, they just, they stick to what they know, and that's what they do. Started coming out with my product, started using it, started, giving samples away. Slowly, surely, I just started gaining a little momentum. Then, then I looked up one day and I was like, oh crap, man, this is really taking off. This is, I knew it was good. I believed in, what I had, but it's just so hard to convince people that are looking for a reason to doubt you, to not use your product.
Darian Khosravi joining us here on the Barbecue Central show. So, Darian, let me ask you a question. I mean, if you're not a master marketer or somebody that's gone to school for that, is it just about using the internet to your advantage, getting samples to people that might be able to give you some word of mouth, or trying to talk some of the bigger competition teams into trying it out and seeing what they think first and to gain steam from there? What seemed to work best for you to get it out there and get it popular?
Actually, I did a reverse, because a lot of your bigger teams, they're not going to change. They're not going to change what they're doing, not until they start getting throttled. Well, I went after the little team because there's a lot more of us little guys than there is big guys.
Right.
So that's what I did. So I started handing samples out to a lot of the little guys, because the little guys are the ones that go out there, just because you give them a product doesn't mean they're going to win. So I would tell them, hey, this is what I'm doing. What are you doing? And we would all switch notes and trade emails and text messages. And then, I think now it's starting to turn some heads, because a lot of these big teams, I see all my orders, every single one. I'm a hands-on person. I put a business card with my personal cell phone in every single order. So it's starting to turn heads of a lot of big people. I'll say that.
All right. So now, for the folks that aren't familiar, because there's a certain portion of the listening audience here tonight, obviously very familiar with competition barbecue. They've heard the term injection before. They know what injecting is all about. But there's also a portion of the listening audience that is a little bit more on the periphery. Maybe they don't know a lot about the competition side of things. For the folks that aren't as familiar with injection per se as a whole, why would somebody want to consider adding this, as in injecting this routine in, or adding this portion into the routine if they haven't done it in the past?
The best way I can describe it, what you're injecting, and when we're talking about the injection, we're talking about the beef and the pork, which are, mostly consist of protein. The best way I describe it to people is, it's like having a cheeseburger. You got one patty in there, there's your one little slice of protein. When you inject, it's like adding 2 or 3 different slabs of meat in there, and taking it one bite. It's just giving you so much more in one bite, all with the same product.
And is it something that a backyarder would want to consider adding to their backyard routine? Obviously, it's very well accepted, the process, that is, in competition side of things. But, look, I don't compete. I'm not somebody that has a burning desire to get up there and start lighting the competition scene on fire. I get my ego trip sitting here behind a microphone and pretending like I'm a big shot. But I do like to cook in the backyard, right? So is injecting something that I would want to look at as a backyarder as well, even though I don't compete?
Absolutely, because on the competition circuit, basically you're getting one or two bites. So, as a competitor, we tend to, push the envelope on, as far as, what that one or two bite contains. As a backyarder, I will say I do use it here at home, but I just thin it down just a little bit, just to give it a nice, even consistency that somebody can sit down and have 3 or 4 slices of brisket, or a pulled pork sandwich, or sliced pork. I just take it down just a notch, But yeah, we do use it here at home, and I have a ton of customers, that I get emails and text messages all the time. Hey man, I use this product at my church gathering, at my family reunion, at my neighborhood block party. And everybody said it was the best they've ever had. And that just tells me that, it does work, and it is working.
That's right, and always good to hear the positive feedback from the customers. Darian Khosravi joining us here on the Barbecue Central Show, owner of Kosmo's Q Injection and Marinades. Darian, let's go ahead and break down the products quickly, kind of individually. We'll start with the brisket and the pork injection, since those are the injection side of things. What do you think sets them apart from the other the two biggest other competitors that I can think of right off the top of my head is going to be Butcher Barbecue and obviously Fab, which seems to be the company that kind of started all back in the day. But what sets your product apart from these other two?
Well, there's a couple things. Actually, there's 3 things that come to mind, and this is what I talk to everybody about that comes over to me and talks to me at my camp or calls me on the phone. There's 3 things. 1, I took out all the hydrogenated oils, completely took it out. It serves no purpose, in my opinion. It, does nothing for the injection, so I got it out of there. 2, it costs less, for 1. 3, it mixes easy. One thing I could not stand was when I was at a comp and I'm having to mix this stuff and I can't get it to blend. That's what mine does. Mine mixes easily. Within 15 seconds, start to finish on every single one of them. You don't have to make it the night before. You don't have to put it in a blender or heat it up on a stove. I just use a simple protein shaker, and I've showed people 1,000 times wasting product in my trailer. It mixes within 15 seconds.
And when you're talking about, let's take pork for instance, what kind of a liquid base are you using to mix the actual product with?
I personally use peach nectar.
Peach nectar.
Peach nectar. There's a lot of people that use apple juice, water, a combination of any of the 3. It's whatever you want to do. That's the good things about my product, is because they'll adapt to your techniques instantly.
And then the beef is similar type of base for that?
No, actually, I use beef broth for mine. I use beef broth and a little garlic and onion powder.
Nice, beef broth.
That's exactly what I inject mine with at a competition.
Sounds good enough to drink. Darian Khosravi joining us here on the Barbecue Central Show. So, give us kind of an injection process. How much you're using in a pork butt or a brisket, and we'll go from there.
In a brisket, I just mix up enough, just to have it there. Probably it's a little less than half a cup to about a cup and an eighth of beef broth, and that's because I add in a little bit of garlic and onion powder. I put about 4 to 6 cc's, depending on the brisket, into every square inch. After I inject it, I rub it, I wrap it up in saran wrap, and I let it sit in the cooler for about 4 hours.
Do you have to let it sit down, or you can just put it on from there?
No, you can't put it on for there. That's just how I do it. I don't know if I'm just, weird about it or whatever, but in my head, I think that, if you inject it, let the meat, rest and have time for all that injection to travel all the way through the meat. That's just what I think.
There you go. And one of the other items I did want to mention here, aside from the injections, is this Kosmos Q chicken soak. Not an injection, but why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Kosmos
chicken soak. I tell you what, that was the sleeper right there. I'd never seen that one coming. Actually, me and a buddy of mine, he's the one that helped me come up with the name. I'm not going to mention his name because his head's probably swollen right now. But I tell you what, I hated mixing brines before a competition, making a half a gallon or a gallon and hauling it up there. So this is why I come up with Kosmos Chicken Soak. It's an instant brine. It doesn't matter if you use it for competition or for home. It mixes instantly.
And is it adding any type of flavor profile to the meat, or are you just kind of doing the moisture deal?
Well, it's mainly for the moisture because I wanted in competition, if you have a tendency to sway to a certain taste, that could either do really well for you or really bad for you. So I kept it right down the middle, a little salty, a little sweet, with a little bit of background heat in there, just enough to wake up your taste buds.
Right, and if you're, like you said, if you're out there traveling and you want to not mess around with putting together a brine, this certainly seems like a great option.
It absolutely is. Absolutely. And pound for pound, you can't even, you can't make it this cheap for what I'm selling it for.
There you go. So you got to hook up with, again, Darian Khosravi. The website is Kosmos, Kosmos, KosmosQ.com to hook up with that. You also have some rubs that are available for sale as well.
Yeah, I just come out with my latest one is Cosmos Cow Cover, which I tell you what, this is. I thought my Dirty Bird rub that I came out with a couple months ago was pretty good, but my Cow Cover, I think this is going to be the one that that really starts moving along. Currently, I sell it in a 2-pound bag. I'm looking into getting it in the shakers because I do want, the everyday guy that, doesn't have a need for 2 pounds to at least be able to try it, buy some, try it. If he likes it, great. Not everybody needs a 2-pound bag. So that's one issue we are looking into, but I tell you what, it's been an awesome journey up till now. And, we ain't planning on stopping. I got a couple bombs I'm going to hopefully drop before the end of the year that hopefully will shake up the barbecue industry and maybe turn some heads.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can have you on back here to have you drop those bombs. Darian, before I let you go here in the next 20 seconds, Centralites love a deal, so any special offerings for those listening tonight or podcast later on?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Up until the end of the week, and I'll run this till Friday night because it's been so popular, is I'll sell my sample pack. It's a three pack of my half-pound sample packs. You get a half-pound beef, a half-pound pork injection, and a half-pound chicken soak, and that's $22.50 delivered to your house. Order tonight, and there should be no reason why you shouldn't have it by the end of the week.
There you go.
Just in time for the weekend.
That's right, just in time for the weekend. $22.50 for 3 and half a pound. That's 8 ounces, so that's usually what you're going to be buying full sale from a lot of the other rub manufacturers. So it sounds like a great deal. This is again Darian Khosravi. He is the owner creator of Kosmos Q's Injections and Marinades. Darian, first of all, appreciate the sponsorship of the show, and secondly, appreciate the insight on injecting. And let's do it again soon.
Hey, thanks, Greg, and you have a good evening, my friend.
All right, take care, buddy. There he is.
See ya.
Darian Khosravi from Kosmos Q Injection. The website, KosmosQ.com, Kosmos, Cosmos, the letter Q only. KosmosQ.com. You can follow him on Twitter, at CosmosQ. I follow him on Twitter. You should too. You should follow me on Twitter, BBQ Central Show. All right, we're going to step away. We're going to come back and raise up Kelleigh Strobel from the Christie's Foundation. She's Director of Program Services, so stand by for that. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show right here on the Barbecue Central Radio Networks.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at fredsmusicandbarbecue.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries all the parts and accessories for the Big Green Egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Fred's is the pellet grill superstore with grills in stock from Traeger, Green Mountain, and Country Smokers from Louisiana Grills. Fred also carries smokers from Cook Shack, Bradley, and Weber as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new smoker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue or grilling experience a success. Fred is also the creator and distributor of Tasty Licks barbecue products, including their great line of rubs, spices, and sauces. You gotta try them. You can also get your hands on a full lineup of marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools from Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful Shillington, PA.
Central Lights. You having marriage troubles? Your kid's unruly and don't listen? Then you need the Ribbolator, because great barbecue will always bring the family together. And the Ribbolator always cooks great award-winning barbecue. You can try it free for 30 days, and if your family life doesn't improve, just send it back. Ribbolator even pays return shipping. But you need to take that first step. Visit Ribbolator.com to get started or call 206-999-0962. Don't you deserve a happy barbecue family?
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
Introducing Kosmos Q. Kosmos injections and marinades use only the finest ingredients, and they mix easily, never clotting or caking. From our beef injection to our pork injection, you're guaranteed to wow your friends, family, and judges. And don't forget to check out our newest marinade, Kosmos Chicken Soak, for that moist and tender chicken you're gonna love. You can find all of Kosmos award-winning products at CosmosQ.com. Kosmos Q, the new generation. Taste the difference.
Barbecue fans travel from all over the country and the world to learn the secrets of real pit barbecue from Grand Champion Pitmaster Conrad Haskins. Now take your skills to the next level with a Barbecue Institute Pitmaster class. You'll learn how to make sauces, rubs, and smoke mouth-watering barbecue every time you cook. Your new skills will impress friends and family. Internet forums, blogs, and Facebook are full of success stories from our graduates. Upcoming classes locations include Rock City Rib Fest, Rochester, New York, Lexington, Massachusetts, Lang Factory Test Kitchen in Georgia, Fort Worth, Texas, Fredericksburg, Texas, Houston, Texas, Monroe, Washington, and Kennewick, Washington. For more information, class dates, and contests we'll be competing in, visit www.bbqclass.com. That's bbqclass.com.
Get in the smoke. Call 877-448-0433 to get on the air. Now, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
We are back. It is the Barbecue Central Show. This portion brought to you by the good folks at the Barbecue Guru, makers of automatic pit temperature control devices. Not to mention a host of other products that make your barbecue and grilling life easier. 2 ways to find them on the interwebs at thebbqguru.com. You can also call them toll-free on your telephone, 800-288-GURU. That's the great folks over at the Barbecue Guru. 877-448-0433. If you want to get in touch with the show, you can also email bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. Let's go back to the hotline. And joining me now to talk about a very special event that's going to be taking place June 12th this coming year, 2010, is Kelleigh Strobel. She's the Director of Program Services for Christie's Foundation. Kelleigh, thanks for coming on tonight. How are you?
Thanks. Great. Thanks for having me.
Well, certainly my pleasure, and I'm happy you could come aboard here. We kind of missed each other last year, and you had a great fill-in for this event, but was very, very happy that we could actually hook up this time and do it together ear to ear. You have a great, what's called the Orange County's Barbecue Festival that's going to be held Saturday, June 12th, 2010, in Orange County Fairgrounds. So if you could, kind of tell us about, the whole event as it encompasses what the main issue is, Christie's Foundation, and then we'll talk about Christie's Foundation.
All right. Well, it's sort of interesting. We just fell into it. We connected with the California Barbecue Association back in 2007 to acquire their help for a fundraising event that we were putting on. And the teams came out in full force and really helped out at the event. And it started the conversations about taking it to a different level and making it a full-fledged contest and a bigger event. And so flash forward 3 years later, we're hosting an event where we're expecting for 10,000 people.
Well, hey, Kelleigh, could I do one thing? I got a terrible connection here on my end. Can I hang up and call you right back?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks. Hold on one second. Let's do this here. Having sounded like we were talking walkie-talkie style. Walkie-talkie style, baby, yeah! Shut up.
Hello?
Kelleigh. Hello? 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 Uh-oh.
You're listening.
Something terrible has happened. All right, let's try this again. I have a feeling they're on one of those VoIP lines. That could be terrible.
Hello?
Hello, Kelleigh?
Better, much better.
All right, great. Do you guys have regular landlines over there?
You know what? We have a web-based internet phone system.
I knew it. I could tell right away. I knew it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, not a problem at all. All right, so you're. It sounds like, as you said, flash forwarding 3 years later. Now you're fully sanctioned contest, and this is a Kansas City Barbecue Society sanctioned contest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. And how many teams are you expecting this year, and has that amount grown from when you had originally started it?
Yes, back in 2008, I think we started with a mere 25 teams, and last year we welcomed 36. So I'm thinking this year we'll land probably somewhere in the ballpark of 40, 45.
Wow, so definitely growing from year to year. I mean, are you somebody that likes barbecue, didn't really know too much about it, and kind of brought it in as somebody recommending it to you, or what's your familiarity with background or competition background?
I started with zero familiarity, but I certainly have learned a lot in the last years from some of the teams. It's funny that you asked that because my initial contact with somebody from the CBBQA was to see if they'd come out and barbecue hamburgers and hot dogs, and that was my first lesson was that's not barbecue.
Yes, that's grilling hamburgers and hot dogs, by the way.
No, so I that was my first education, and it's kind of grown from there. So certainly not anywhere near the field that these guys are, but I have enjoyed my time with them, and it's a great event, so we're looking forward to it, and there are so many amazing people that come in and support the event, so we're just delighted with the barbecue teams and everybody else who supports the event.
And I think it is kind of a good thing to make special mention to the guys over at and the gals over at California Barbecue Association. I mean, it's an organization that's been around for some time now. I know Tom Emery does quite a bit of work over there. How are they to deal with, and are they very accommodating to what you're looking for?
Oh, yeah, they're awesome. I mean, all of them. I couldn't pick out who's the best. Each one tops the other. Tom is great. He's really done a lot of helping me to figure out what the heck I'm doing and how to handle the teams and put together the competitions. Smitty and Ben and just the teams in general. Everybody's really, I mean, they're ideal. They're good guys.
All right, so aside from the barbecue competition, a lot of these things are festivals. Certainly this is no different. This is the Orange County Barbecue Festival, which will be taking place Saturday, June 12th at the Orange County Fairgrounds in Costa Mesa. What else do you have going there to bring people in and hopefully raise as much money as possible?
Oh, it's a great event. There's a classic car show. We have the most amazing kids zone where kids get to come and play all day and enjoy everything that there is to do. Live music, entertainment. This year we've added a rib eating contest, a first ever Mr. Barbecue beauty pageant that seems to be attracting a lot of attention. And then, of course, the the highlight of the event is the People's Choice Cook-Off, where the public actually gets to sample the different barbecue and vote for who they thought had the best.
Oh, that's great, because a lot of the time, especially in competition barbecue, general public doesn't really get a chance to put their lips around some great quality barbecue.
No, they don't. If they get anywhere near it, they just get to have the smell. They don't get the taste. So that was our quest in working with the California Barbecue Association was how can we get this really out there for the public so that they can enjoy what the judges get to enjoy.
We're talking with Kelleigh Strobel. She's the Director of Program Services for Christie's Foundation, and that website is christies.org. So let's go ahead and transition over there for a few minutes. Kelleigh, tell us about, for the people that maybe missed the show last year or aren't as familiar or out on the West Coast, what's Christie's organization all about?
Well, we're a really unique organization. We provide support and services to families that have a terminally and critically ill child, but our primary focus is on end-of-life care, something that on a national level is really lacking. Statistics are showing us that 92% of the children who are dying of a terminal illness are doing so without adequate end-of-life care and in horrific pain, and that's really not what we need to be doing for our kids. We need to offer them better. So we are gearing up here very soon to open the doors to Christie's Place, which will not only be California's only dedicated pediatric hospice facility, but it'll be the only one in the nation.
Is Christie's Place born out of a parent who was under a similar circumstance as what she's trying to circumvent at this point?
Yes, hence the namesake. Christy was a little girl who lost her life to leukemia at the age of 7, 25 years ago. And her mother, Lori, started the organization after dabbling for quite a few years in the nonprofit community that works with critically and terminally ill kids. She really put together an organization that she thought filled a lot of the voids of services and programs that were out there for these families. But it really wasn't until after the organization was created that working with the hospice staff and the palliative care community here locally in California, that we really started realizing that not much has changed in the way that we care for these children in 25 years. And with the medical advances and technology that we have, and with the record numbers of children that are being diagnosed with these illnesses, we need to catch up. We need to fix that and, like I said, provide something better for these special kids.
Amen. This is Kelleigh Strobel, Director of Program Services for Christie's Foundation. The website is Christie's, Kristies, Christies.org, with a phone number of 714-408-9781 if you want more information or if you want to make a donation. So, everybody's always concerned about these festivals and profits made and proceeds made. Is there a percentage that's going specifically towards Christie's organization and then to offset costs, or is this all proceeds going towards the organization itself?
Well, it's our event, and so, of course, with that comes the expenses of hosting the event. But I am very proud to share that 100% of all of the proceeds go directly to our programs and services. One of the reasons why I really selected this organization, I actually started volunteering before I became an employee. The CEO is committed to working under a 90% efficiency ratio. And for those who aren't familiar with what that means, it means that 90 cents on the dollar that's donated goes directly to the programs and services that take care of these kids and families. 90% is unheard of, and I think last year we slid in at 93% efficiency.
Wow, that's completely outstanding. 93 cents on the dollar is something that's really unrivaled out there when it comes to profit and philanthropy. Again, it's Christies.org, Kristies.org. If you're looking to make a donation or hook up, again, the phone number 714-408-9781. And this festival will take place Saturday, June 12th, 2010, Orange County Fairgrounds in Costa Mesa, California. So if you're out in that neck of the woods, certainly a great festival to stop by and get some great barbecue. Kelleigh, certainly appreciate you coming on tonight and sharing a little bit more about it. And if it's up again running next year, which I'm sure it will be, we'll have you back on again.
Wonderful. I look forward to it. Thanks so much.
Take care, Kelleigh. Thanks.
All right.
There she is, Kelleigh Strobel, Director of Program Services. Man, I hate talking about end-of-life care, especially for kids. Not mine so much. Hey, so Anyway, thanks to Kelleigh Strobel for coming on and talking about that. Again, the website is Christie's.org. Christie's.org, and the phone number is 714-408-9781. All right, look, if you're listening on LA Talk Radio's stream, when we get back from commercial break, that stream won't be up anymore because they cut out at 50 minutes past the hour. So here's what you want to do. Go ahead and hook up with the stream on the Barbecue Central Radio Networks. TheBBQCentralShow.com is the place to go. TheBBQCentralShow.com is the place to go to pick up the rest of the show and into hour number 2, where we will be having Tim Patton from PD River Swamp Sauce. Again, thanks to Kelleigh Strobel, Director of Program Services from Christie's Foundation. That's Christie's.org. We will come back for the most anticipated game that's widely sweeping the nation, ladies and gentlemen. 4th segment free-for-all, baby. Yeah! With your host, Terry Carey. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show right here on the Barbecue Central Radio Networks.
Barbecue fans travel from all over the country and the world to learn the secrets of real pit barbecue from Grand Champion Pitmaster Conrad Haskins. Now take your skills to the next level with a Barbecue Institute Pitmaster class. You'll learn how to make sauces, rubs, and smoke mouth-watering barbecue every time you cook. Your new skills will impress friends and family. Internet forums, blogs, and Facebook are full of success stories from our graduates. Upcoming classes locations include Rock City Rib Fest, Rochester, New York, Lexington, Massachusetts, Lang Factory Test Kitchen in Georgia, Fort Worth, Texas, Fredericksburg, Texas, Houston, Texas, Monroe, Washington, and Kennewick, Washington. For more information, class dates, and contests we'll be competing in, visit www.bbqclass.com. That's bbqclass.com.
Centralites, you having marriage troubles? Your kid's unruly and don't listen? Then you need the Ribbolator, because great barbecue will always bring the family together. And the Ribbolator always cooks great award-winning barbecue. You can try it free for 30 days, and if your family life doesn't improve, just send it back. Ribbolator even pays return shipping. But you need to take that first step. Visit Ribbolator.com to get started or call 206-999-0962. Don't you deserve a happy barbecue family?
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
Hey, gang. Want to talk to you real quick about something that's very important when you're buying stuff online. You need to deal with a company that is reputable and knows what they're doing, and that's why I always recommend Fred Bernardo of Fred's Music and BBQ.com. We all know that Fred's Music is the barbecue and grilling superstore, from any kind of cooker you want to gas and charcoal grills and all the accoutrements in between to make your barbecue and grilling experience a success. But more important than all of that, Fred has been there and Fred will be there in the future. How many times have you heard the story about the guy that found that great cooker for a ridiculously low price, except it was back ordered for 10 months, or worse yet, he paid up front and never got the product? That's because some of these online retailers are here one day and gone the next. Fred has the inventory to meet your needs. It's competitively priced and shipped promptly. Shop where I shop. Fred's Music and BBQ.com. Headache-free guaranteed. Fred's Music and BBQ.com. Or, if you're in Shillington, Pennsylvania, stop by and see the smoking guitar player himself.
Introducing Kosmos Q. Kosmos injections and marinades use only the finest ingredients, and they mix easily, never clotting or caking. From our beef injection to our pork injection, you're guaranteed to wow your friends, family, and judges. And don't forget to check out our newest marinade, Kosmos Chicken Soak, for that moist and tender chicken you're gonna love. You can find all of Kosmos award-winning products at CosmosQ.com. Kosmos Q, the new generation. Taste the difference.
Big name interviews, advice on cooking brisket and ribs, and the only host willing to share his honest opinion on all things important in the world of barbecue. It's the Barbecue Central Show.
We are back. And this portion of the Barbecue Central Show brought to you by Yoder Smoky Mountain Barbecue. You know who they are by now, the leading online retailer of Meadow Creek barbecue equipment. Their chicken cookers and barbecue smokers, pig roasters, all of them stuff handcrafted Amish country of Lancaster, or handcrafted in the Amish country of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Look, their goal is to give you outstanding value for the price and have you make easy and profitable barbecues for years to come. Two ways, or actually one way to find them, and that would be on the interwebs at SeriousBBQs.com. SeriousBBQs.com is the place to go to find out more about Yoder Smoky Mountain Barbecue, and that is great stuff. Yoder Smoky Mountain Barbecue, SeriousBBQs.com. All right, I'm going to step away and take a break for a little while, and in comes Harry Carey for the fourth segment, Free For All.
Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here. Hi. Okay. Boy, I'm happy to be here. Third week in a row. I can't believe it. Okay, here's how we play. I know I forgot to say it last week, but I'm not going to forget this time because I don't want to lose my job. Okay, I'm going to ask you two sets of questions. It's either going to be barbecue questions or not barbecue questions. You pick 3 questions. You have 5 seconds to answer each question. And if you win, you get a prize. Okay, sounds great. Let's go to the phones. Area code 314. This is Harry Carey. Who's this?
Harry? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, who's this?
My name is Scott.
Hey! Hi, Scott. How are you?
Doing good.
That's good. Hey, Scott, you want to play the game?
I sure will.
Okay. Barbecue or not barbecue?
Gotta go with barbecue.
Okay. Scott, do you know how to play the game?
I think I do, yeah.
Okay, here we go. First question. Scott, name my first guest tonight. Company name or real name?
Oh, I literally just tuned in like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, Scott, maybe you should turn into the Barbecue Central radio show if you want to win a prize. I don't want to hear your sorry excuses. Just a word to the wise. I'm not going to give away the answer because somebody else will call it. Okay, area code. Here's the number to call if you want to call into the show. 877-448-0433. What are you looking at? Hey! 877-448-0433. You can call in as many times as you want. As long as I'm here controlling the board, it doesn't matter. Hey, Stouty, did the Cubs win last night? What? Okay. Here's an email. Hey, Harry, your impression could use some work. What?
Get that big stuff out of here.
Let me tell you something, Matt in Tucson. How can it be an impression when it's me sitting here? If I had a webcam, then you'd know for sure who I was. You wouldn't be sending these dirty emails talking about, hey, Harry, you need to work on your impersonation. Stouty, what does impersonation mean anyway? I am a person. Hey, 877-448-0433 is the number. It's toll free. I'll pay for it. Okay? I'll pay. You can answer barbecue questions or non-barbecue questions. It doesn't matter. You're the one that's making the call. So you call in, and then I'll go ahead and take your call. And then you can pick the category, and I'll ask you questions. If you just tuned in, then what are you going to do? You got to do better than that. You got to do better than that, Scott. Can't do it. You're going to get this.
that big stuff out of here.
What are you people looking at? Okay. What? I'm just handed this piece of paper. I'm supposed to read this? What do I look like, a promo guy? Okay. Stay tuned for After Dark. What? After Dark for P.D. River Swap Sauce owner Tim Patton. Okay. Who's Tim Patton? Does he play for the Cubs? Those were the days. The Cubs were great. I loved calling Cubs games. What's better than getting paid hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and being completely drunk during the process? Thank God Stoney was there to save my ass. 877-448-0433. We only got a couple precious minutes left of the 4-segment free-for-all. It's a game show that's wildly sweeping the nation. People have been dying to get on the show. What? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get a guest. Here we go. Okay, come here. Come here. You want to play the game?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Name your favorite kind of barbecue.
Pork?
Okay. It's got to be right. It's your favorite, right? Okay. Name your favorite kind of grill. I'm sorry, in studio guest.
Stuff out of here.
You got to answer the question in less than 5 seconds or you're not going to win. Beat it. Just beat it, kid. Man, I hope they're still paying me. Do you think I come down from hell heaven? Do you think I come down from heaven every week to not get paid? To not take phone calls? What is this, some type of protest that's going on here against Harry Caron? Scott, I'm sorry, Scott. Don't hate me, Scott. They make me do it. They make me follow rules. I'm so embarrassed. Even my in-studio guest can't answer the questions. All right, about 1 minute left. 877-448-0433. That number's toll-free, by the way. I know there's people listening. You're not calling in to win free prizes. The questions are easy. For example, here's a question. Barbecue-related question. Not briquettes. This kind of charcoal burns even hotter with less ash. What's the name of the product? I don't know. I don't even know the answer to that. However, I do have the answer written down here, so if you were to call in, I would be able to tell you if you were right or wrong. And then you could win something great, like Kosmo's Q Injection Pack. Or Frog Mat or Green Leaf Barbecue stuff. It's fabulous. Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not going to sit here and call in, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I got drinking to do. I don't need you people. I don't. I'm out of here. Good night. All right, Harry, how did it go? Why are you running away? Why are you running away? Running away? What'd you people do to Harry? Well, he seems discouraged. Well, that's all right. I want to wrap up the show and let you know, first of all, that we'll be interviewing Tim Patton from PD River Swamp Sauce coming up here in just a few short minutes after dark. Thanks to my guest tonight, Darian Khosravi from Kosmo's Q. Don't forget to check out the website, kosmosq.com, K-O-S-M-O-S-Q, kosmosq.com. You get the 3 sample pack for $22.50, and that includes the shipping to your door. As he said, order tonight, you'll have it for the weekend. Try that chicken soak, man. I've tried it. It's good. Purposely overcooked chicken breast to see if it really helped, and it does.
So check that out. Also, thanks to Kelleigh Strobel for coming on. Christie's Foundation. The website is Christie's.org, Kristies, Christie's.org. All those links will be on the show notes for tomorrow when you want to download the podcast and listen to certain segments of the show. You can do it. Stay tuned for Tim Patton coming up here after dark. We're going to break for news. So stick around. We will be right back.